Is that thing?
Yeah.
It's like we need fiber.
Whoa, that's the. I mean.
Is this on dial-up? Like, what do you? Huh? Welcome to the August 12th Village of Shawnee Hills Council meeting. For all that can, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gates here.
Kaiser here, LaRosa, and here.
Here.
Okay, approval of the minutes. Last meeting was a short one. July 22nd. Anything on page 1? Page 2?
Yes. First line, Councilmember Gates -R referencing, there should be a U in there.
All right, page 3. Page 4. Page 5.
Yes. About midway down, it says, Mayor Matthews would you like to cut, what would you like to cut? And then it said, where should we start? Should we start?
Yes. Good call.
Page 6. Page 7. Page 8.
Yes. First paragraph. To third line, it should be they instead of the. Should be they charged us 115,000.
Page 9.
Yes. Fourth line from the bottom, where the sentence starts, it says, once questioned, you should be one.
Also under the same paragraph, the second line. There's just an S there between sometimes, it should be so there should be a 0. I mean.
Page 10.
Yes. Under David Vicks, kind of about a quarter of the way down, the line that says, we have a landowner who has an investment. It should be an investment, AN.
Page 11.
Yes. Under Brian Adams, the line that says, he tore some stuff down and he has built it back up. There should be a space between back and up.
Page 12. Page 13.
Yes. Under pro tem report, the second paragraph, the second to the last line, it says, there are a lot of projects, but there's only an AE instead of also having an R. And also down at the bottom, there's a capitalized buzz on the last paragraph where it says it was moved by Gates. W should be a lowercase.
Page 14. All right, do I have a motion to approve the minutes from July 22nd?
Second,
Gates,
yes.
Kaiser, yes, Rosen.
Yes.
Manny, abstain, Cantor,
Yes.
Zimmer.
Yes.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as written?
So moved.
Second.
Gates,
Yes.
Kaiser, yes, Rosen.
Yes.
Manny, yes, Cantor.
Yes.
Zimmer.
Yes.
All right, Brian.
Thank you, Mayor. Just one thing on my report tonight, it really almost doubles as a report from Mark, because I know he has been working on some of the blight ordinance issues with Shawnee Associates and the plaza up there. So I've really been working with Mark on that. I know you got a sort of a estimated timeline for completion for some of those projects, and we've been working on that to some extent. And so that's still moving forward, just so folks, the council, and I guess everyone who's watching would know that Mark is working on that. I've been working with him, so trying to get those repairs made in a timely manner and get those issues taken care of.
Question, is there any kind of deadline that we've set?
We did, and as I started to say this, I hope no one would ask me, 'cause I can't remember what it was, but he gave a time.
31st.
I might say August 26th.
She, you said.
Of,
I thought it
of
was.
1989?
The deadline I got on this paper, sorry, go ahead, no, go ahead. The deadline that he gave us for one of the many projects he has to do, said you'd have it done by August 26th. I think we're gonna give him to August 31st before we start calling action on that, just to make sure they're. I understand a project's delayed a day or two. Yeah, and then there was a further update toward in middle of November, but that was the bigger project. All the other ones were gonna be done, sooner, but they were working on a contract with the roof as well, so.
Anything else? All right, thank you, Brian.
Yep.
All right, Russell.
The new order County Square, about Tremblay property. Right, still have it in front of me. Paving project, work with Chris to finalize the paving project. There's a number of areas, presented to USD. The large portion of the paving project is from Dublin Road to Hillcrest on West Hiawatha. Other areas in sinkholes and some the top layer peeled back a little bit. So minor project, you have that out today. It's legislation to put out the bid. So hopefully get that going and then we'll get some good bids. Worked with Delaware County Regional Planning on a comprehensive land use plan. They're working on it slowly but surely. Hopefully it'll be out by the end of this year so we can put it in action for next year. But that's taking a lot of my time. The Main Street plan, that meeting is this Wednesday, the 17th, 14th. The purpose of that meeting is to give a brief overview, and we're gonna relay out some maps and solicit some feedback. I know there's been a lot of people that have asked for us to stream it. There's no way to stream that video or to stream that and capture the point of the meeting, the purpose of the meeting. You're not gonna do it. The maps are 10, 15 feet long. And additionally, this is one of the conversations we have as a community as to what we want, what we'd like to see, what our wish list, what are our vulnerabilities, what are our suggestions. And quite frankly, I think we need to have that discussion as a community, as residents, and not broadcast it for the developers and other people we may solicit or we may work hand in hand with some of these projects on. So that's the other side of that coin. If there is anybody that can't make Wednesday's meeting, and I've met with a handful of residents already, if there is someone that can't make Wednesday's meeting, I make reasonable attempts to meet with residents in the office to review it and give them the same experience that they would have had Wednesday. I'd say it's a couple of weeks before really anything goes into another step with that plan. We've solicited feedback from business owners. Our engineers already been through it. Shawnee Hills Blooms has been through it. The public art committee has been through it, and then now community feedback. So it's been through a number of residents already. But like I said, we value the feedback, we love the feedback, and I'm open if you can't make it the 14th. Last thing I have is the sewer rates. We were trying to get it for this weekend. But we did look at some of the changes we can make to the way we build commercial. I know Brian and Shirley and Chris have been communicating a little bit on that. But that's not really my area of expertise. That's in Shirley's corner there. So her and Chris are going back and forth. We hope to have something before UST council here in the next couple weeks. So.
And to clarify, so this is, if you remember Dave Hatcher, a couple weeks ago, so we've had this discussion in planning and zoning, and this is based on kind of the way that you can bill businesses and by what is it, dwelling units, the way you can bill that way, right? So this stems from the lawsuit that they had at Shawnee, the Wendy's Plaza,
Is it
what,
like
25 years ago?
equivalent residential units, I think?
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll clean ours up. So this is just a matter of updating how we bill. Is that it, Russ? Okay, this is gonna be very redundant, so I came up here, I did not include myself. There was kind of a planning meeting, with Alta Fiber. I have nothing intelligent to add to that conversation, so I let Justin was in there and he could speak the lingo, and so that is something that is a big plus in moving forward as a project for the village at some point, right? And we don't know that date, but they have started their preliminary process. And then stayed for after that meeting, actually was and this goes to the Main Street plan on Wednesday. And I would say, so we've had multiple meetings on this, Russ and Chris and I, and these are massive maps, right? So we've had to rotate maps, and it's, you've had to do it on a small table like that, and you'd have to roll one up and lay another one out. And so the idea of streaming it is impossible. And it doesn't do it justice. It doesn't do it like you'd just be looking at a map on a table. So it is something that if you have the time and you can come in and give feedback and give input of what you may like to see, this is something about, infrastructure, what we can develop. And this isn't something that's going to be, started this year and ended, the middle of next year. Like, this is something that is long-term planning. All right. So there's been quite a bit of time that's been put into it by Russ and Chris Debbie and his staff. And, so this is just a step in that process of getting feedback from the community. Last thing, I'd like to commend, on Thursday, August 1st, I don't know if you remember, it was pouring rain, like one of the torrential downpours of that week. I happened to be out and I stopped on Hiawatha, and Hiawatha's drainage from that project, and I know that it's still, the paving has to be done and finished up, but Hiawatha may be the best drained street in Shawnee Hills at this point, right? I sat there for probably a good 10-15 minutes in the middle of the driving rain. And it was a wet road, but there was no ponding. It was doing what it was supposed to do. So I wanted to, we do have troublesome areas, and, unfortunately we've had to, over the years, kind of Band-Aid a lot of things. It's not a systemic fix, but it is a step in the right direction. So Russ, I know that a lot of time, a lot of Tebby's time and multiple attempts, and it seems to be working fine now.
So my tree is dying. I don't know why. It's right there by that sinkhole.
Okay,
Big
well,
tree.
I'm just telling you, the drainage that we replaced is working great.
I would hate to cut that down because I'm sure it sucks up a lot of water.
But what kind of tree is it?
It's a maple tree.
Oh,
It's
I
a
don't know.
big maple tree. And it's right next to the sinkhole, and it's all the leaves are falling like it's fall. I've been cleaning up leaves for like the last 3 weeks.
Well, I've got cottonwood leaves down in my yard too, so I don't know. Okay. Rob,
After the last meeting, I think a lot of things were said, and I appreciate it from all the people that did come out and communicate with me on email. And I did get back, I think, with everybody that sent out email. So I just want to say thank you and I appreciate that. And that's all I have right now.
legislative actions,
No,
Committee report.
committee. Yeah, I just,
UST met this evening, and we We discussed street paving, which Russ did, we putting that up, going out to bid for that. The different paving. We also talked about the ultra fiber optic. And we discussed that, then starting to come and do surveying on that. Also, we talked about the Framby Park pond. What we're looking for is looking on the best way to clean that up. There's some, right now, we're actually just investigating which way the best way to clean it up. Needs it, and we're looking into that right now, so.
What kind of cleanup is it? Is it filling with vegetation or?
The silt, it's green, it's really needs to be
Mosquitoes.
dredged.
It's like algae?
Yeah, I mean, it has its own hue to it,
And duckweed and
Duckweed.
potential mosquito habitat
Yeah.
and things like that.
so.
So
We're
Russ floated several things, aeration, but then we have to deal with electricity and, and plus the cleaning of the underbrush and things like that. So
we're
more to follow.
more to come. So that's it on the committee for USD.
All right, any other committees? I don't think so. All right, legislative actions. We have first reading ordinance 18-2024. An ordinance authorizing the village administrator or his designee to advertise for bid to pave portions of 9 streets within the village of Shawnee Hills and declare an emergency. So any questions on this? UST, they just reported on this. So Russ did give a detailed map of exact areas and where those repairs will be done. That's all included here. So do I have a motion to suspend with the second and third reading and declare ordinance 18-2024 an emergency?
So
Yes.
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 All right, do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 18-2024?
So second.
Yes.
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 All right, so first reading, resolution 18-2024, resolution authorizing the mayor and fiscal officer to contract with Concord Township for fire and emergency medical protection and declare an emergency. Any questions on this? All right, do I have a motion to suspend with the second and third reading and declare resolution 18-2024 an emergency?
Second.
Yes.
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 All right, motion to adopt resolution 18-2024.
So
Second.
Yes.
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 Might get the fire. contract.
Yep, go ahead.
So this is a temporary, our fire contract expired, we did a 90-day extension that was built in fire contract. Concord is looking at how they're gonna fund the fire department. It's like every other community out there, they're pinching pennies and trying to make it work. So they want to look and make sure that everyone's paying comparable rates. The village is paying, what per capita. And they hope to have it wrapped up, but by December, talking to the trustees, they assured us that if we call 911, they're gonna show up. But we are working towards a new fire contract. I don't know what it looks like. I don't have any insight into that, but that's why we keep doing these temporary extensions and the rate is going, we might have another one in December, so.
Right. Well, and this is the ball is in their court, right? So it's their. They're trying to.
With the.
Correct. Here's the, well, and here's the rate.
Yeah.
Right, like they're looking for equality for their constituents. All right, do I have a approval to pay the bills in the amount of $157,510.04?
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
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 All right, Charlie Treasurer's report.
Payroll fund. $555,155.88. Street fund, $43,868.60. State highway, $43,903.63. Diana, $2,423. Continuing professional training, $8,528.76. 7-star jet, $5,217.04. Drug law enforcement, $534.41. Indigent drivers, $385.84. Law enforcement trust, $3,852.20. American Rescue Plan, $55,468.14. Enforcement education, $1,795.98. Fire fund, $103,891.20. Lead fund, $648.38. TIP, $84,483.77. TIP 2, $30,059.94. Police district fund, $32,683.16. Veterans Memorial, $298.97. Sewer operating, $81,050.91. Sewer replacement, $7,506.08. Storm sewer, $34,222.34. Enterprise improvement, $23,419. And debt service, $69,362.90. For a total of $1,188,737.36.
All right, do I have a motion to adopt the treasurer's report as written?
So moved. Second. Yes.
Ivan, yes. Rose.
Yep.
Renee, yes.
Yes.
Good.
All right, Justin, anything to add?
No.
All right, any other questions, any other additions? No. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.